Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this tutorial I'm going to be talking about the robot class and what it is and how you can use it. So the robot class is basically a class that allows you to automate things or create bots. To get started I'm just going to declare a variable from the robot class, let's call it robot, and it's going to ask you to import, just say yes, and let's initialize it, equals new robot. So as we can see, once we initialize this variable, we're going to get an error. The reason is because initializing a robot class, it will throw a new abstract Windows toolkit error. To fix that, we can simply just put this in a try catch statement. So try this, and then catch AWT exception. Let's call it E, and I guess we can just system.out.println E to let us know if we encounter error or not. And it's going to ask you to import, just import it. And now we have initialized our robot class, and I'm just going to show you what you can do with this. So as you can see here, I listed some methods from the robot class and divided it into three sections, the keyboard, mouse, and other section. So let me just start with the keyboard. It's pretty self-explanatory. Robot.keyPress and key release. Basically, it presses a key on your keyboard, and it accepts an integer as a argument. Basically, each key on your keyboard has a designated number attached to it. I'm gonna put up a list on the screen right now for you guys to see. However, I'm gonna be using another import to make this a lot easier for us. It's called keyevent. So let's type keyevent.vk and then whichever key you want to press. So let's say A. Let's just import this real quick and then copy it, put it into key release. So what this does is that it presses the letter A and then it releases the letter A on your keyboard. So that will simulate a real key press. And if we run this right now, you would be able to see that. So I'm just going to comment out everything else real quick. Alright, I'm just going to run it. And you can see that it pressed the letter A. That was not me. You need to trust me on that. So next we have the mouse move method, which takes two integers as its argument. So first argument is the x coordinate of your display, and then the next argument is the y coordinate. So 0, 0, for example, would be in the top left corner, and if I run this, you should be able to see. Yep, so my mouse just instantly teleported across. Up next, we got the mouse press and mouse release methods. These are also similar to the key press and release methods. They also take an integer as an argument, and similar to the buttons on our keyboard, our mouse buttons also have designated integers attached to them. But to make our lives easier, there's also another import we could use. It's called inputevent, and then this time we can say button1.mask. And basically, left click is button 1, right click is button 3, not 2, because button 2 is actually your scroll wheel. So if you didn't notice already, you could press down on your scroll wheel without scrolling up or down. Now, if I run this code, you should be able to see that I pressed left click, and yep, you can see that this line is now highlighted instead of this line. You also have to trust me on this one. Up next we have the getPixelColor method, which takes the same parameters as the mouse move method. It returns a RGB value from the color class at this point. Let's try testing this out with another set of coordinates that's not 0, 0. Let's just say 1500, which should be around here. Since it returns something and isn't just a void method, we actually have to surround this with system.println, and that will show us the color value in our console. So if we run this, we should see, yep, R equals 30, G equals 31, and B equals 34, which is a very dark grayish color that's close to black. And finally, we have the delay method from the robot class. Similar to thread.sleep, if you're familiar with that, it basically pauses the thread for X amount of milliseconds. We can change this to 1000. So if you ever need a delay between your key presses or key releases, this is the method for you. So that's basically it for today's video. That's all the methods you need to know for the robot class. And I hope you have fun automating and creating your own bots with this. I might make one in the future, but anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.